Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. Last time we created a character, we landed on this world, we announced our presence and immediately got attacked. In front of us are the people who attacked us and the people who they killed who were here to welcome us. And now we have a lot of loot. Like a lot of loot to pick up. And I thought this would be a good opportunity while we're picking up loot to have a look at some of the other stuff that's in the game. For example, character sheet, which is pretty intense. There's a lot in here. There's a lot that we need to learn and a lot that we're probably not going to learn in this little playthrough, but we're probably going to learn when we do the full thing. As to, like, what does each and every single one of these mean? I don't know. See, I thought WS was wisdom. WS is actually weapon skill, which makes a lot more sense for a lot of what we've been running into. BS is ballistic skill, strength, toughness, agility, intelligence, perception, willpower, and then fellowship. I no idea. What do these mean? Deflection, the amount of damage that's deducted from each hit to the character. Absorption, percentage of damage that's deducted after the deflection with each hit to the character. Okay, so it'd be like if they were going to hit you for 10, this would take away 2, so you would then be at 8. Actually, let's use 12, right? So they're going to hit you for 12. This would put you down to 10. You then take 20% off that 10, so you then go down to 8. What else have we got? Then you also still have your chance to dodge, so our base chance to dodge is 30% for us, apparently. And then we have resolve, the amount of momentum that is obtained at the beginning of the turn or per kill. Okay, interesting. There's a lot in here, and then obviously all of our like generic skills. I'm assuming these aren't all the skills. By the fact that there's an extra slot, I would assume that means that like these are just the skills we have. And we have our weapon. You know what we can do? We can check. No, these are all the skills. Okay, there we go. Because these are the same for everybody. Alright, so then you've got 3 and 25%. So, yeah, you're going to end up taking less, weaker attacks can't harm you. And you're going to take less if an attack does actually hit you, but you don't dodge. Okay. Interesting. You have no amount of deflection, but you have better absorption, and then like a huge dodge chance. Oh wait, no, so 80 is your dodge chance. I was misreading that. So ours is 70, so it's 30 plus 10 plus 30. So we just have a 70% chance to dodge? Ah, but enemy perception reduces that base chance to dodge. I see. So this number in of itself doesn't matter too much, because it's really this number versus the perception of the person who's attacking you. Okay, interesting. What else have we got? So we got you. You're 65, so you're kind of in the same class as us in terms of dodging. Okay, so that's Argenta. We then have Cassia. Again, like lots of absorption and high dodge, but like no deflection. Then Pascal actually has quite a lot of deflection. So, see, I was misreading Pascal. Because if we'll have a look at Abelard here, he's 325-45. Pascal is 325-41. Pascal's actually a lot tankier than I had given him credit for. Okay, who has the better weapon skill? So he had 50. He's also best with weapons. So he's actually much more of a, main kind of gunner person than I thought. Like, he's very combat orientated. Okay, cool. So it's just assumptions that I hadn't taken into account. So we have a tier 1 career. I believe apparently that after you have a tier, when you take it, I believe apparently in this alpha, we are going to be able to take a tier 2 career of some type. And it said something in my guide about, making sure you had a spread out collection. So what do other people have? So yeah, we're a leader, you're a fighter, you're an adept, soldier, leader, adept. Okay, so yeah, it was just basically saying we have a spread out version of tier 2, which will just be of these 4. So much, much simpler in terms of classes than something like Pathfinder. Reputation? Okay, so this is how people feel about us. Probably not relevant, and their biography, which some of these guys do actually have something in here. Okay, cool. Right. We'll leave it be for just now, but I just wanted to have a little look while we were here. What else have we got? So this is our quest. Okay. We have our item stuff. So we're wearing like some 20. So we're wearing some armor here with that 2 armor deflection and 20 armor absorption. So is it just purely armor that determines these things? Yeah, it's just purely armor that determines what you're getting. So it might just be that this guy has like, yeah, he just has better armor. He has an Enforcer carapace. Okay, cool. So we might actually want to swap these. Let's see if we can, right? Can I take your armor and wear it? Yeah, nothing seems to be stopping me from doing that. Although this is medium armor, does that have any penalty to us? Not as far as I can tell. Like, no huge, but I guess it means that our dodge isn't as good, and we are nimble. Okay, cool. I'm going to put it back the way it was, but I was just checking, like, what our options were. Okay, cool. What else do we have in here? We have... that's our quests. We have our map. Encyclopedia, very important if we were learning what everything is. And then cargo management. Yes, in the guide, it was talking about how you can't sell things directly, or you don't tend to sell things directly. You tend to sell things in like cargo containers. So you can move something to your cargo container and then sell it like that. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'm sure we'll find out if we need to. Right. Let's grab some loot and then see where we're at. Ah, perfect. So it just grabs everything that's nearby. So you see, you can pack as cargo, and that will then give us cargo containers that we can sell. So they have stub carbines. Our weapons are better. Shotgun, 2-handed weapon. Theirs seems to do more damage, although ours has more penetration, being a plasma one. I should really just compare it to other, like to different
Should
people,
I divine
right?
our next step?
Yeah, so your sniper is far better than the stub carbine. Okay.
When the faithful
what are you
idle,
running?
heresy
You're running the
grows.
bolter. Bolter is also better.
Humanity between the
That's
stars.
also better. That's also better. So none of those are good. How about the shot
What
battle?
advice do you seek?
Not even close. Scrappy autogun is worse. Knuckle dusters. +5 to coercion tests. We'll grab that one. That seems useful. Don't need any of the clothing. Chainsword. Okay. So, like, one-handed is down in terms of damage. Our current weapon has lower damage, but this one has less penetration. Oh no, I think we like the hammer. I think the penetration might be useful. I'm assuming that penetration is going to be against that deflection value that we have that we've seen on these guys. So it will, I assume that means that it will take away from that. So it'll be like, hey, if you have 3 deflection, this is just going to do its full damage to you. Well, if you only have like, if you have 6 deflection, you're only going to take 1 damage off rather than 6. That's what I'm assuming that's going to do. Although, given that the armor that we're using is like 3 at best, to me, it would seem like we probably want to use the chainsword, because like the amount of times that 5 penetration is going to be relevant is like almost nil. That's okay. Wait, which one's better? 4 to 18 versus 13 to 16. Okay, so I think that's fine. And then I'm going to pack as cargo here. Ah, yes, I've seen this bug. It's a known bug. We're going to ignore it. Hopefully. There we go. We are going to ignore it. Now if I check here, you'll see that we have like just some cargo. So this is just, we have 95% filled ranged weaponry that we can just sell, right? And it will just be done like that rather than us having to sell everything individually. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at this. I just want to see if I can I go to info? Yeah, can I hover over penetration? Yeah, but I'm not getting any information. Can I get information here? Dictionary. No. Mechanical glossary. No. Okay, so there's nothing in there to tell you what penetration does. I'm going to assume that I am right. Can I dual wield, by the way? I can dual wield. Is there any benefit or negative or whatever to dual wielding? I have no idea. I'm going to give you that one as your main weapon. I'm going to take that away from you for just now. That's fine. Yeah. That seems okay. We'll try the chainsword and see how that goes. Right. Okay. Well, that looting didn't take as long as I thought it would. Didn't find anything out about the people necessarily, but we kind of know who the group are. Let's merge up and see where we can go. His Lordship Rogue Trader, Von Valent's Rogue Trader, by the grace of the God Emperor and Sacred Lords of Terror, bearer of the warrant of trade, still inheritor and defender of humanity comes. Well, so this thing's just announcing that we're here to everybody as we walk past. Oh, okay. Let's go left.
None shall stand
I don't really
in
know
my
where to
way.
go, so we'll just go this way. See how things go. Hello? Anybody around here, like, got a name? Nope. Nope, bunch of workers.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Yeah, this guy's just, like, you know, telling everybody who we are at all moments. Aristocrats, my people. Hello, let me in. Welcome to Footfall. You can rest here away from the irksome rabble. What's this? This is interesting. Fine wines from Janus. Okay. Well, that's not too interesting. Pilot, can't speak to them. Okay, it's just somewhere we can
A
be.
new challenge for me.
Fair enough. Oh, a dead body? The corpse looks horrifying. The victim was thoroughly beaten before being shoved into the crack between the boxes. One of the hands is clutching a blood-stained paper. Strange memo. The Holy Book 1. The Holy Book by the altar. 2. That void damn customs guy. He's always on duty. Does he have any time off? Does he ever leave for a piss? Is he a servitor or something? 3. Guess what? 4. Hanger by the window. Remember to bow to the Emperor through the window. You acquired this item while exploring Footfall Void Dock Alpha Row. Okay. Strange memo. Let's see what we can do with that. Commerce. 10 OC? I don't know what that
in
means.
the world?
There's nothing remarkable in this broken container. Alright. Interesting. Can I just have this? Yeah, these are mine now. Hand-carved idol of the Holy Emperor. Definitely park as cargo.
Follow my lead.
Yeah. Or pack as cargo. This as well. Definitely pack it. Just continue exploring. The walls of the container have rusted and its contents have rotted away. A situation that is not uncommon for shipments trying to pass through Imperial customs. Rank 5, Functionary, Alangar Quistoris. Hello. I can't speak to him. Right, we can go this way towards the
I'll lay
pilgrims.
claim to the stars.
Lore Imperium.
Operation successful.
Hey, we succeeded at something. A small altar. The central spot has been given to Drurus, a saint from the neighboring Calix sector. Can I keep this here? There we go. Saint from the neighboring Calix sector. Gonna get back to it. Who is widely revered in the Koronus Expanse. Okay, cool. We will ignore that then for just now.
None shall stand in
And
my
continue
way.
just kind of wandering. So that's the way to the other parts of Footfall, which I guess we don't want to go to yet, although we might want to. Let's have a look at this.
Done.
Oh, that's a commerce check. That's what's been happening there. Okay, cool. The container is marked by foodstuffs, but is empty, and by the looks of it, has not been moved in a while. Grab the goods, obviously, like a little bit of loot. We'll have a little bit of looting. Anything else over here? A little bit more loot. Gotta have that. Internal report. I'm writing to inform you that 2 days ago, the discharge was interrupted by a raid launched by the Anvers gang. In the attack, 3 loader servitors were put out of commission. Furthermore, 1 cargo container, serial FVDA116165, was stolen along with its contents. Ooh, so there's a stolen thing nearby. Interesting, or somewhere near. Hello, Ragman. Can I speak to you? Nope.
It's
Okay.
about time.
That's fine. You can open a door. Let's do it. It's locked. Unlock it. Unlock it. Alright, well, I've tried everything. I don't know what I could possibly do. Still locked. Okay. Whoa, what are we doing here? Somebody's landing? Who? I don't know what's happening. Okay. There is just a ship here. It's not our ship. These are just marked as goods. I'm fairly certain these are people, but let's ignore that. Yeah, sure, alpaca's cargo. Grab this thing marked as goods.
Victory
okay.
awaits.
Same over here. We will pack as cargo.
This cannot
The
be.
local Adeptus Mechanicus use it to get around. Their boats are easy to tell, apart from the pirates and smugglers and other scum. Okay. We failed our commerce check. Can I see like a roll on that? Yeah, so it was a D100 roll, which we rolled a 96 on. Total skill 80 equals 70 plus difficulty modifier 10. Okay, so I think I understand how this works. So you have to roll under the value to pass a check, right? So we had a roll. We have a base of 70. We have a difficulty modifier of 10. That puts the check that puts the roll at 80. We rolled a 96 out of a D100, so we failed. So it's basically a 80% chance of success. Okay. Fair enough. That also adds up with how difficult it's been so far.
A new challenge for me.
Opticon 22. Can't speak to you. Alright, so it's just a ship landed. Like, there's nothing really that impressive about the ship that has landed. Leaflet. We need no rules or leaders. We are not an organization. We are a force of nature. ANV. Interesting. Not sure we like that. That definitely doesn't sound good for somebody who is in charge of the rules. Can we go up to like the next level up? No, that doesn't exist. Not really. Okay, I think we've been everywhere. Yeah, we've been everywhere we need to go. Let's move on.
Follow my lead.
Right, if I check our map. I missed loot. I missed loot! That's unacceptable, but very happy that it shows up on the map. Leaflet. Now is our time, not theirs. Go to their homes, drag them out of their beds, carve open their bodies like carcasses at a slaughterhouse. The Imperial Navy. Cas Bellica, Chorda, Von Valencia. Their names mean nothing now. Tomorrow we'll erase them from memory. Go seize power, as much of it as you can carry. ANV. Alright. There's some loot over here I missed. He has another leaflet. Okay. Let's grab it. That person's got a name. You should speak to them. Yeah, it's the same leaflet. Okay, we'll collect that one. Hello.
I won't tolerate
Can I
weakness.
speak to you? I thought there was a place where it was letting me speak to him. No. Not at all. Oh, you maybe? Ah, it was you, but like there's no reason to speak to you. This loot's behind the locked door, and we don't know how to like possibly deal with a locked door. So we're gonna head this way towards
I'll lay claim
the way
to
out.
the stars.
Let's go. To the other parts of Footfall. And these are all the things that I missed, which is not great because I kind of thought I got everything. But anyway, pack it as cargo. So we can head to the Atrium or the Shadow Quarters. Obviously the Atrium. We're looking to speak to the higher-ups. We're not going to somewhere called the Shadow Quarters. Here is where the higher-ups live in the Shadow Quarters, and I've made a bad judgment call. But, you know, there we go. We'll find out. And just waiting for it to load this little bit. Makes me think we're going into a cutscene. Similar things happened with Pathfinder when we got into like this bit where it like got to like 95%, 96%. Usually meant you were immediately about to go into a conversation of some kind. Never mind. It was just took a while loading. That's okay. So we have a Voidfarer here. Just a person. Yep, just a person. Somebody left on a pilgrimage for good. Not sure who that is. Some loot. There we go. There's our loot. Grab it. So just some random stuff. We'll pack it as cargo. Your trophies were packed as cargo.
Time.
I wouldn't call them trophies personally, but anyway. Hey, we can test my theory about how rolling works. Let's try it. DC 20.
This explorer tool is blessed with
These
multifunctionality.
columns appeared here back when the station was founded, when it was assumed that Footfall would become a wondrous palace in the stars. So if I do a check here, we rolled a 60. The total skill was 80, because it was 60 plus a difficulty modifier of 20. So yeah, we rolled under, so therefore we passed. Yeah, so that's how it works, I think. I have a vague memory of another Warhammer role-playing system working that way, so maybe it's the same here. Unless I've got it wrong. The Heart of Footfall is a colossal statue of the Emperor carved from a single asteroid. That's pretty cool. Instigators. Not sure I like that.
None shall stand in my
Let's
way.
use our logic to use the cogitator. Okay, so what's this? Machine. It's a little bit difficult to read, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Need machine right set. Okay.
My success is an irrefutable.
We've opened the door using our
Victory awaits.
tech magic. What have we got here? Leaflet. We need no rules or... Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We've read that one. We'll just take that one off the streets. Okay, so this kind of leads that direction. We can do an athletics check there. Let's assume that we're not going to have to jump around everything here. Let's just walk into the center. Also, I'm going to do a quick save before we do because I'm a little worried. Yep, same leaflet. This one is the same other leaflet. Let's head this way and have a look at these goods. Tech use, multi-key, or delta charge. Multi-key. Need multi-key. Tech use.
Operation.
We did it.
Successful.
Okay, pack as cargo. So this lets us go down from here. Not really.
New challenge for me?
Maybe? Yeah, we can kind of click down here, but not really. Okay, it's not somewhere we're meant to go. Right, this way. What are we looking for here? There's more loot everywhere.
Follow my
Oh,
lead.
we're in a cutscene. The buzzing crowd has closed in on several harried-looking people. Some of their faces are smeared with fresh blood. The angry cries and twisted faces leave no doubt. A massacre is about to take place. Just cut their throats already. What were they thinking letting that ship dock at Footfall? They're all stricken. No cutting. We get their blood on us. We'll be tainted too. Better burn them. Oh. Who's this walking in here? I'm sure we'll be able to turn the camera soon. There we go. So this is Koronus Doloroso. Be quiet, you scoundrel. A priest, clad in a simple black raiment and wielding a staff, cuts through the crowd like a battleship crossing the sky. You dare pass judgment on others? What arrogance to think you have the right. Argenta starts at the sight of the elderly priest. That's Reverend Hieronymus. I'm surprised he decided to intervene in a street squabble. Well, obviously, we're going to walk right in here and go, what is going on here? Several dozen gazes bore into you. And who are you supposed to be? I am Rogue Trader of the Von Valencia dynasty. The rabble-rouser's expression changes completely, and he makes a clumsy attempt at a bow, then crumples to his knees. Your lordship, I'm sorry. Sorry for not recognizing you. You see, it's just that it's your first time on Footfall, and we didn't know. Terrified, he falls silent. We were just rooting out heresy here. These scrawny ones, they're from the ship that came from the bowels of the Koronus Expanse. They got plague there, and mutants, and now they're spreading that rot everywhere, that taint. They're all... Silence. The priest, who has remained silent up until now, raises his staff. You must be completely out of your minds. A band of woefully dim-witted sinners who think themselves bringers of justice. Who are you to pass judgment on anyone? You all you ought to be doing is suffering and repenting till the end of your days. What's so wrong about that, Reverend? We just want to put these heretics to death. We're not heretics. The haggard man is on the verge of tears. We're refugees. I swear on the golden throne we served the Imperium faithfully until they hung us out to dry. Where were the protectors that were meant to shield the lands of humanity from nightmares? Traitors, traitors and heretics, the lot of them. Really? You're gonna say that? Don't think we're gonna be okay with them slandering us like that. A murmur runs through the crowds. The people gawk at you, at the priest, at the wretched group huddling in the center. How tiring. The motley sea of colours that fills this restless crowd is hard to the eyes. So many hues, but most of them are acid streaks of fear, the red buds swelling, ready to burst and paint all who are gathered here. Gassiel looks at the crowd of troublemakers wearily, and they shudder at the very sight of her. As for the hearts of those who have been forced to defend themselves, they are shrouded in purplish-black grief, but their words are as transparent as the ice that lies at the top of a glacier. The commoners are always deaf to others' suffering, for such is their nature. Interfering in their affairs is hardly worthy of you or me, rogue trader. So we can say these are serious accusations you're spouting. I hope you have proof to back them up. I'm master of Kiava Gamma, and if these people are my subjects, then I'm the only one who can decide what to do with them. I command the onlookers to disperse. As for the rest of you, go to the docks and await further instructions. Course, 0. So it's a 0% chance on that one. Or like a 0 extra difficulty, I think it's saying. So that would be our coercion skill. It says it's a 100% chance. Expand that for me. Okay, that I'm not really sure that helped at all. So DC 0. So DC 10, it added to our skill, and then we had to roll under. But coercion plus 60 shouldn't give us an 100% chance of success. I don't understand this at all. Okay. Or nod at the rabble-rousers in the crowd. The people before you insulted those instated by the throne to be above them, and thus they deserve death. I'm going to say I hope you have proof to back up your accusations. What more proof do I need? The man shouts. Kiava Gamma used to be a prosperous world. My family transported goods from there for generations. And then they came. They butchered, tortured, sacrificed entire blocks to the darkness. We were on our ship, up in orbit. All these messages started coming in. Half of the guards down there joined them right away. And they even reached us in our ship with some blight that made half our crew take their own lives. We barely escaped. We barely made it here. Why? Why did this happen to us? I wonder what this is all about. Is our planet really under attack? Or did some devious opportunist send these slanderers here to undermine the might of the von Valencia dynasty? Who could it be, I wonder? There is one guy. I bet you've heard of him. His name's Kunrad Voitveer von Valencia. He ran from us not too long ago, after having his ass handed to him. He must be itching to get even. Get even by besmirching the dynasty to which he belongs and supremacy over which he laid claim? He is scum, but he's no idiot. No, I think this is something else. There are many who wish to weaken House von Valencia. Or Valencius. Either that, or it's much simpler. These people aren't lying, and their planet was captured by heretics, and the rest of it they made up themselves. I can sense darkness in their past. I may not be an expert on Kunrads or their schemes, but when it comes to things like this, I know what I'm talking about. Well, let's say this. I'm the master of Kiava Gamma, and if these people are my subjects, I'm the only one who can decide what to do with them. Hey you lot, you heard what his lordship said. Get to the docks. The rabble-rouser turns to you and bows deeply. Don't you worry none, your lordship. We'll go with these people. We'll watch them and make sure they keep their traps shut about you. Oh, okay. See ya. I hope I made the right choice there. Not really sure what we did, but that's okay. Not what I expected the outcome to be. This is the right camera angle. There we go. The arrogance and self-righteousness of a sinner. The priest shakes his head disapprovingly, then his eyes shift to you. I am Reverend Koronus Doloroso, head of the Drusian mission here on Footfall. I thank you for stepping in. Please come see me when you have the time. We can talk then. Oh. Alright then. See ya. He just like wanders off immediately. Okay. Well, we'll just go see him. Also, you appear to have dropped this. It is a leaflet saying it is not. It is our time, not theirs. Suspicious type. Gotta watch them suspicious types. Very suspicious. The sight of this cogitator would be enough to break any tech priest's heart. This machine is leaning slightly to one side, grimy, covered in scrawled drawings with frivolous writing scratched here and there on the casing. Several keys are missing and the rest are coated with dust. Pascal's respirator lets out a mournful hiss before he says grimly, "The right of operation has been repeatedly and blasphemously violated. Requesting the identification and punishment of the sinful acolyte entrusted with caring for the spirit of this machine." Let's try and repair it with our tech use. So it says it has a 100% chance. We have a plus 80 on our tech use. The DC is 20. It says chance is 100%. Alright. Can I have a look at the roll? So our total skill was 100 because the difficulty class plus the skill value made it 100, thereby meaning that whatever we rolled would be a success. Okay, that makes sense. So like a lower difficulty class is harder? I'm not getting this. Anyway. After a series of creaks and groans, the cogitator's dusty screen lights up. On it are several lines of text, section headings. Praise the omnitia. Machine spirit of this cogitator is aggrieved but willing to serve. Accompanied by the crackling of a binary prayer, Pascal's mecha dendrites gently place a couple of keys lying on the floor back into place. I'm going to press the one that says welcome. The screen flickers a few times before revealing to the world a text in Low Gothic. In the name of the founder of Footfall Station, conqueror of stars, builder of outposts, the noblest rogue trader, Parsimus Dwayne, and on behalf of all his descendants, I welcome you. This cogitator was installed on the order of the illustrious Parsimus so that the needy may tap into the flow of his wisdom. Cast your eyes upon the list of sections and choose what you wish to know. Abelard's brow furrows. Parsimus Dwayne, never heard of such a rogue trader house. Whoever this Parsimus is, he sure thought big. Lord Captain Parsimus Dwayne, one of the trailblazers of the Koronus and this station's founder. I've read about his deeds. Lord Dwayne was once a colonel of the Astra Militarum, but, by his will, later inherited a warrant. He accumulated enough power to gather a small fleet of loyal allies and venture out to conquer the Koronus Expanse. They say Footfall was meant to be his personal palace world, but the construction dragged on for centuries and Lord Parsimus eventually died of old age. His enemies instantly tore Footfall to pieces and turned it into the bastion of humanity we know today. One of that is full of bandits, privateers, hustlers, and rogue traders. Please with herself, Cassia nods slightly to let everyone know that the lecture is over. I like that. Alright, about Footfall. Footfall Station has been envisioned by the great Parsimus Dwayne as a palace in the stars, as majestic as the spirit and mind of its creator. As of the year of this cogitator's installation, merely a small fraction of the great Parsimus's designs have yet been made a reality, but already their audacity and grandeur are staggering. Footfall is to become a gateway to the savage and barely explored Koronus Expanse, a foothold for future conquest by the Imperium and the noble Parsimus Dwayne, who acts as the Emperor's will. The cogitator wheezes and blinks, clearly trying to shut down. Let's use an emergency repair. Let's do it. Failed. Okay, so at a difficulty class of 0, which meant that we didn't get the extra plus 20. We rolled a 94, which is almost exactly what we rolled last time, because I think it was 96 last time. We rolled above the skill and therefore failed. Alright. The attempt to fix the ancient cogitator ends poorly. After a long rasping groan, the cogitator goes quiet for good, apparently. Pascal's vox wheezes mournfully. The spirit of this machine is enraged and will perform its function no more. I will see to it that the profaners responsible for its maintenance are marked for servo penance. Alright. Well, I'm going to click on this next. The ancient statue does not look very well preserved. We failed our check, though. I'm going to keep checking these ones while I can. So, 83, 60 plus 20. Yeah, okay, so I think we got it. I think we that we know how it works now. Goods? These must be for us. That would be why you've left them on the ground, right? Oh wait, I can take this. Yeah, that's something we might need to do machine rights. Hello, Hieronymus. The man with a face... I'm trying to get the right angle here. The man with a face so drawn it appears to be made of nothing but skin and bones fixes his unblinking bird-like eyes on you. The priest's simple black clothes have next to no adornments, and they do nothing to mask his unhealthy gauntness. In a cracked voice he says, "The Emperor protects my son. Who are you?" "I am Reverend Hieronymus. Hieronymus Doloroso, as I'm called, head of the Drusian mission and possibly the last hope for the wayward souls that inhabit this fringe forsaken by our master." "The Emperor protects, Father." "But he protects only those who are pure of heart. Do you think yourself as one of them, my son? Now you must be the young von Valencia. That name carries weight, and it is a burdensome one, for its reputation suggests that Theodora encumbered it with many a sin. I wonder, will you seek to shed them, or you carry them onward, picking them along the way like ripe fruit and savouring their sweet poison?" We gotta do a persuasion here. Make the sign of the holy Aquila. I put my faith in the Emperor. He gives you a scrutinizing look, then his tone softens. "Well, then be twice as diligent, for the sector will seize any chance to test your faith." He looks at Argenta, who is standing nearby, and his voice softens slightly. "Greetings, sister. I congratulate you on your return. Was your pilgrimage fruitful?" "It was, Reverend. Let it be known to you that Theodora von Valencia's ship was attacked by servants of arch enemy. A malign metaphysical force comprised of psychic energy that exists in an alternate dimension. Wonderful. Who appall the heart of any righteous soul," she says, nearly hissing with fury. "And not all of them met a fitting end. Some fled, and more than that, their blasphemous words clearly pointed to this attack being part of a larger design. Reverend Hieronymus, I wish to join the esteemed rogue trader's crew and help protect the von Valencia dynasty from the forces of chaos. I therefore ask you to relieve me of my duties as a guardian of the Footfall Reliquary." Argenta humbly bows her head, but her shoulders are tense. I would second this plea if pleading weren't beneath me. Hieronymus nods in thought. "I cannot oppose the will of a righteous heart that wishes to bring its wrath upon the servants of arch enemy. Follow the call of your soul, sister. The Footfall Reliquary will be preserved even without your contribution, as it was in all the years preceding your arrival." Basically like, you can go, I didn't really need you here in the first place. Hieronymus smiles sadly. "I know what it is that calls you to follow the rogue trader, sister Argenta. You seek combat, for it helps you forget how hollow and worthless our lives truly are. You just go straight for the throat, don't you? It offers the illusion of meaning. Perhaps you will relinquish this illusion one day, or perhaps you will die before that day comes. Regardless, I wish you luck on your new path. But before you start on a path towards your new dynasty, I have a request to make of you and your companion. Many among my flock are from the poorest, most dispossessed people on Footfall. They've brought me troubling news from Footfall's shadow quarters. The darkest corners where the Liege's guards do not venture, taint has taken root." Footfall is consumed by sin, and even here true heresy, serving the arch enemy, is a rarity. The cultists who now dwell in the shadow quarters mark their abodes with a sun inscribed in blue and gold, and perform strange rituals in secret. The weak find solace in believing these reports to be rumours, but I well know the evil that lurks all around us, and I wish to see retribution. Why don't you go to the liege with this matter? I do not walk the paths pleasing to the liege. Hieronymus frowns. Ladeum is weak and riddled with worms on the inside. He seeks to please his Kaspalika masters and those peddlers of relics of the unholy Xenos. I come across heresy surprisingly often these days. Indeed, my son, dark times are upon us, and sinners grow even more eager to embrace heresy, both on Footfall and elsewhere. Its foul buds are coming into bloom. Troubling news is arriving from many places. There are whispers of wicked things taking place on Kiava Gamma, and just recently a transport ship by the name of Navika, teeming with refugees, arrived on Footfall from Winterscale's realm. Their world was stricken with blasphemous sedation, as was its severity, and such was its severity that they had to flee to save themselves. The liege... Oh, interesting, we got a new task there. Just telling us about some refugees. Okay, cool. The liege refused to accept them, and so they headed for Foulstone, a desolate cloister of the righteous. It was wise of them not to linger in this den of sin. Also, I believe that there is a type of task which is a rumor task, where basically it's just something that you learn. It's not necessarily like anything concrete, but it's something where you have to go out in your ship and investigate, and it might end up being nothing, it might end up being something, but it's basically someone saying like, there might be something over there, you never know. So if we get one of those, we'll definitely go check it out. Anyway, we'll verify this rumor, Reverend Hieronymus. With great pleasure, Argenta puts her hand on the stock of her weapon. I almost wish for the rumor to be true. My heart yearns to battle some heretics. This is where I bid you goodbye, sister. Noble rogue trader, is the more you wish to ask me about. Okay. I've got to go with number 2 first. Can we move our conversation to a place more befitting people of our rank? Why? For a missionary, his temple is the patch of deck beneath his feet. From where I stand, I can clearly see the life of my flock, all its bustling, blooming and wilting. Here I can see their sinful urges, futile hopes, and flashes of sincerity. If I were in the habit of locking myself in a temple, would I have made it in time to intervene in the massacre of your subjects from Kiava Gamma? No, truth resides not in the Golden Halls, but here, in the square among the people. Golden Halls are home to other, far filthier things. What are you doing on Footfall? What am I doing in this den of blasphemers, pagans, and the vilest of souls, you mean to say? Well, Footfall is the first and last stop in the Koronus Expanse. It is the point of arrival for those who have just started on their path. It is also where those who are reaching its very end return, their souls wounded and bleeding. I embrace both the former and the latter, so that they may cast an honest eye upon their sins, or over their sins. Furthermore, rumours from across the entire sector amass in Footfall. If I hear crewmen whispering about a reclaimed shrine world, or expressing desire to carry the Emperor's light into the darkness among the stars, I help my flock in their sacred duty. Devoted trailblazers need assistance both spiritual and material. Tools, equipment, even garments and simple everyday items, anything that might help pilgrims on their long journey and during the first days of the harsh frontier life is worth its weight in gold to us. May any help you offer to the effort of gathering such things be blessed. I bear another darker duty. The Expanse is filled with the tainted creations of unholy heretics. These insidious objects are a danger to the soul, but I know what to do with them. Should you, on your travels, come across dangerous corrupted objects, bring them to me. The reward for your vigilance will be even more generous. The Drusian mission has much to share with the rogue trader. I'd like to take a look at what the followers of St. Drusus have to offer me. Let me see, my son. It's a shop. Okay. So you can buy Imperial Scrolls that give us a +5 to Lore Imperium tests. We can buy Disciples Boots. 50% bonus to dodge against attacks of opportunity from studied enemies. What's Mobile Extractum? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, there's a bunch... A Thunder Hammer! Now we're talking. Completely distracted by the existence of Thunder Hammer. So our Power Maul was 7 to 10. The Thunder Hammer is 8 to 11. Which isn't that much better, but the penetration amount on it... Oh! That's pretty good. What's the Chirurgeon's Manual? +10 to Medicaid test, also a +10 to Agility test for 2 turns after using a medkit. A named hammer. Well, now we're talking. World War Origin, or War World Origin, Enforcer Carapace. Okay, so that's the thing that we have some of. Maybe. And then a 2-handed shotgun that seems to do a lot of damage. I don't think we really want to buy anything, but I would love to sell. Heretic trophies? Can I sell those? I guess you can only sell something that's 100 maybe? Or maybe do I select here? Ah, you can only sell something that's 100% full. So I could be like, I'm going to sell you my ranged weapons. Okay. Interesting. And this, and this. And this? Okay. Sure, and that gets us 420 RP. How much RP do I have? If I go to the buy side, if I go back to sell. Alright, I'm going to click deal. Oh, so there's PF and then there's RP. So I'm guessing PF might be a local currency and then like RP is like a... it's more of a generic currency? I'm not sure. Let's do this. Maybe PF is like a currency that they have for this place. Yeah, maybe it's like a currency they have for here, and then you can also buy it with like generic points as well. I can't even see how much I have. Profit factor. Profit factor is a representation of the relative value of the rogue trader's warrant of trade and what opportunities and resources it can call upon. Oh, so that we would spend profit factor to do it. So PF is profit factor. So RP must be like, here's some money, while profit factor is like just a generic thing. So I could buy like this if I wanted to. No, why not? I have 30 profit factor. It's locked. Oh, it's locked behind a certain amount of RP. So maybe RP... Maybe RP is like a, maybe that's reputation points or something? Taking a stab in the dark? So we can only buy things in the first bit, but we can buy them with PF, which is our thing that we have 30 of. Okay. Interesting. In which case we're going to leave it where it is for just now, but interesting. Okay. I'm going to leave. I don't even see where RP is. Is it on our character sheet? Aggression, that's experience, reputation. Ah, see, reputation points. So we've now got 420 out of 10,000 with the Drusians because we did that. Okay. So we're nowhere near where we'd need to be. I'm going to leave those guys' questions till later. Well, let's move on. Let's go somewhere else. Alright, another Lore Imperium check. In this mismatch of devices and cables, you notice equipment from totally different eras, some ancient, some merely old, and others hastily tossed together in more recent years. Okay. That's a blocked passage. Guessing where we want to be is over here, and we could use our athletics check to get there as well. Interesting. I'm actually going to head back towards the ship, and the reason I'm going to head back towards the ship is I want to find these refugees. I want to end that storyline, at least for just now. So we'll head to the dock as well and see what's going on. Right. Let it load in, and then we shall be off. 93 and 100. We're off. Object identified. Lord Captain Rogue Trader von Valencia. Unit Opticon 22 extends his official greetings and invites you to a synchronous communication. Okay. Convergence Point Dock, Alpha Row. Topic of communication, discharge of contract logisticar something. Logisticar Theta. I remember that contract. Theodora made that 25-30 years ago. We filled up 6 Adeptus Mechanis Protheum tankers on Centale's Pride, and I'm certain that we never received payment.
None shall stand in my
okay,
way.
well that seems good. So we might have payment somewhere, like over here? I'm assuming it's this thing. Hello? Opticon 22. Opticon 22. Hello. The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. His gaunt face is a sickly grey hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. Okay, if you say so. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative / structural part / of the Cognizant Fleet and the Brotherhood of the Adeptus Mechanis. Access has been granted to the following options: information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links / trade deals / donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for / esteemed / high value / visitors / glory / success to House von Valencia. A binary aria begins to flow from the scratched vox attached to the tech priest's chest, requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation, logisticar data. Pascal and Opticon 22 exchange glances and a short series of binary signals before bowing their heads in satisfaction. Opticon 22's head bows noticeably lower than Pascal's. I received an invitation to a meeting. Confirmed. I wish to / discharge / reciprocally validate / the mutual contractual obligations designated Logisticar Theta under the contractual obligations in question 3.4.761 Terran cycles ago. The Explorator Cognizant Fleet received from / representative / authorized unit / of the von Valencia dynasty a volume of high-grade Protheum equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Tantalian void tankers on the planet / Udif Prosect X / Santiel's Bride. Received it then didn't pay, compensate, remunerate, settle accounts. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated / payment / reciprocal offering / from the Cognizant Fleet can be made to von Valencia's assets at the current time, after which the contractual obligations will be / fulfilled / archived. Confirm your status regarding the acceptance of the / payment / reciprocal offering. Waited 30 years to pay up. Execution of / payment / reciprocal offering / is in accordance with the specifications of the contractual obligation. Allocation of assets from the holdings of the Cognizant Fleet was initiated when tankers reached the main squadron 14.905 Terran cycles after the initial transaction. The asset allocation process concluded 2.663 Terran cycles later. Transportation of assets to the Furibunda system took 16.862 Terran cycles. Final delivery of assets to Footfall took 0.331 Terran cycles. Clever. If you'd been purchasing fuel for a squadron at the other end of the Imperium, you may never have had to pay it at all. It would have all turned to dust before you made it there and back. Theodora works with you? This statement is true. The Constant Fleet concluded 1,292 contractual obligations with the von Valencia dynasty as / represented / led / administered / by the counterparty identified as Theodora von Valencia. What payment can I expect? / Universal Mobile Orbital Deployment Extractums / Astra Arator processing complexes / in the quantity stipulated in the contractual obligations. Each unit has undergone a cycle of maintenance liturgies and has been assessed for conformance to the sacred standard template construct. Great creations of the Omnicia, blessed be his beneficence, which has bestowed upon these complex industrial might and a full cycle of reproduction and life support. I confirm I am willing to accept the payment. The request has been accepted. The sacred machines will be loaded into the hold of your vessel. The contractual obligations Logisticar Theta is concluded. The Cognizant Fleet thanks Unit Rogue Trader von Valencia for its/her/his cooperation. I have to go. Okay. What did you just give me? I have 8 mobile extractium. Okay. I don't know what that is, but I have it. And with that rather confusing deal that we just got there, I think it's time to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.